I caught up on you talking about how to analyze financial statements as in comparing the percentage change in profit over, let's say, 2 years, and how to do that. So you indicated you showed that by using Excel to calculate the percentage change in profit levels for 2021 and 2022. So you compared it. And
Okay.
then, yes. So sorry that I couldn't join on Monday.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. That's fine. That's fine. So do you have the Excel sheet now?
No, please.
You don't have it.
Yes, please.
Are you on the WhatsApp platform?
Yes.
Oh, it's been posted on it.
Okay,
So
then I'll go back to it.
I'm expecting that all of us here should have the Excel sheet at least opened this morning, so that
Okay.
you just follow through. You listen and you follow through. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All
Thank
right. Comfort Ashley, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Oh, very good. We have one lady here. Comfort, can you take us through what we've learned so far?
Oh, okay. So we were talking about how to analyze our data. So first of all, you said you go to hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, so
Comfort, you're on mute. Comfort, you've muted yourself.
me.
I can hear you now.
Yes, so you gave us a website that we go to, which is
Mm-hmm.
the annual report Ghana.org.
That's
Then when
good.
we go, we'll
Mm-hmm.
click on equity.
Okay.
So after you click on equity, you go to the Ghana Stock Exchange. Then we select the company that we want to work on.
Okay.
So when we select the company that we want to work on, we are starting from half year. Yeah, so a minimum of 3 years to 5 years. Yeah. So that's what I record. Then you went to an Excel with us how
Okay.
to analyze it. So he said when we pick the company and then we pick, I think we got pick the unedited annual report something. So after that when we open it, we pick the document that we need. So let's say when we are preparing income statement, the document that we need to prepare the income statement, we'll write it down. Then we pick the figures like that. Then we place it there. Then after that we do the calculations and so I think we did a calculation for one. I don't actually remember where we took the current year, then we subtracted it from the previous year, then we divided it by the current year, then we multiplied it by 100. Yeah, so that's what I remember.
This is very good. This is very good. I think we should all clap for her. Show some claps for her. She's done well. Now, I want to hear from Regina Mens. Regina.
Yes, please.
Hi, Regina.
Um,
Today is a ladies'
Hello.
session. I want the ladies to talk because yesterday you guys were accusing the system, not me. You're accusing the system. So today is a ladies' session. All right. So I want to hear from you. What have you learned so far?
Oh, okay. I'm just going today because I was writing my next semester exam, so I'm just going today. Yeah.
Regina, I can't hear you, please.
Please, I just joined today because I was writing my next semester exams just
Oh,
yesterday and then Monday.
okay. Okay. All right. Saturday we'll hold a bigger, a far longer session so that all of us can benefit. It will be a summary of what we've done the whole week. So Saturday I will do that, but it will be in the evening. That is when like everybody is settled at least. All right. So Jenna, don't worry. Today, just pay attention. I'm sure you'll catch up. So that by Saturday you'll catch up all that we have learned. Okay.
Yes,
Now,
thank you.
yeah, you're welcome. We move to Esther Akwe. You are the last person I'm asking to brief us. Esther,
Okay. So good morning everyone, first of all.
good morning.
Yesterday did we learned on the percentage changes over we compared like 2 years and we looked at the percentage change from the previous year and then the current year.
Okay.
That we took 2022, 2021 and 2022 or 2020. Yeah, one of them. And yeah, we looked at the interest percentage change in operating income, expenses, and other things.
Okay.
Yeah, and you also talked about the sites where we can get the information. I mean, the financial statements and some other things like company overview and the rest.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very good. That's very good. It shows that you guys are following. Thank you very much. That I'm not wasting my energy. Now, finally, let's move to Vifa. Cindy, class rep, you came late. Let us know what you've learned so far.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have work this morning, so I had to prepare and join the class.
Okay. All right. Please let us know what you've learned so far.
It wasn't photos. So I've learned how to collect data for the statements of income, and that one we go through the website. That is the annual reports website, and also check for prices. We go to the AFX KUC website, yes, and it made us understand that gathering data and information is like very important. So we would have to like take our time to do that so that the discrepancies in our information. And we also say that there is no wrong or right answer. It's an analysis, so we can say the answer we got is in line or is not in line. Yeah, basically.
Okay. Thank you, Vifa. Cindy. All right. So we'll move straight to today's session. Move straight to the slide here. So what I'm saying is that by Saturday or on Saturday, we're going to have a summary of all that we have learned from the beginning, Monday up to, let me just say that Friday, you may not have a class on Friday. Okay, I have an emergency I have to attend to, so Friday is out. So Saturday, we'll decide on the time and let you know on the platform, on the WhatsApp platform. But I'm suspecting to be 7 p.m. So 7 p.m. we'll exhaust everything that we have learned within the week, and we'll make sure everybody understands. I think so far it's been impressive, and we want you guys to open your Excel sheets if you have it. Open it so that you follow through the discussion. You know, for analysis is a practical thing. If you don't practice, you wouldn't remember the steps. So you can open your Excel if you have access to a PC or a tablet or any device that you can open your Excel, your phone. Just open it so that you follow through. Then before I begin, let me make mention that the tools that you need, AFX Core YC, all right, .org. Go to the GSE page, the Ghana Stock Exchange page. All the information you need about the Ghana Stock Exchange is there, including price trends, market information, everything. So if you click on your stock, you get the information. Then annual reports Ghana. You also visit that site. You go to equity. Ghana Stock Exchange as a GSE. Select the company that you want to analyze. Now, Young Investor Calculator, where we have all calculators listed, and once you open it, you see a pop-up that is saying that master Python from scratch. So if you want to learn how to use Python to build your own IT stuff, software, web app, and so on, you visit the page and you learn. In fact, this website was built with Python, and the people that built it are not IT people. They went through a certain training that in case you need to build something for yourself, right? Young investors, that's what we built. So all the calculators are here. You can be trying your hands on them. The stocks calculation, you have bank valuation. If you want to estimate share price at a point in time, it is here. What we will be doing, free cash flow to equity calculator. I'll take you through how to go through this manually. These are easy ways. The formulas are all stated here. These are easy ways of estimating your values. But I will take you through the step-by-step processes. That is what we have started. Step-by-step processes to get to those answers, so that in case you get your own job, you get a job and you are asked, how did you come by it? You don't say you use the Young Investor Calculator. You can explain how you came by the answer. Okay, you can explain how you came by the answer. It is very important that you understand the process we go through to get the final answer. So I'll move straight to, let me touch on this slide, which talks about the structure of the stock pitch document. So the first item is the company overview. Move to the industry analysis, valuation, investment thesis, then recommendation. Okay, so I'll go straight to where you can get this information. So company overview, I mentioned that you can get it on the AFXYC. When you click on GCB, let's say GCB, that's the stock we are working on now. The company overview is here. So you just copy and you paste it. You can take some information. You don't need to include everything. It can be 5 bullet points, 6, 7 bullet points, because you need to be fast with your presentation. I mentioned again yesterday that the document will be made up of, it has to be made up of 10 slides. So this is excluding the cover page and the appendixes. All right, so with the 10 slides, you have to put all the information that you would need. So basically, it's a minute per slide when you're doing your presentation. However, you can do it such that you put more attention on the valuation. The valuation slides are where your projections, your analysis, your trend analysis, everything's going to, so you can spend more time at the valuation side, because that is where you have to convince the judges on the information that you are giving out. So we'll move straight or back to our Excel sheets where we were talking about the trend analysis. All right, so yesterday, this is what we got to.
And Kofi.
Hi. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Kofi.
Yes, I can hear you now. Looks like your line is breaking. Your line is breaking. So in case, when you come back, you can still unmute and talk. All right. So this is where we got to analyzing the trend. So I'll go through it again briefly. All right, I'll go through it again briefly. So with this figure, this is the calculation. This is the formula for it. So it's the current value. If you are analyzing, let's say 2021, 2022, you pick the current value, you take out the previous, divide the previous again. That's the same figure that you've picked, then you multiply by 100. So that's what we have here. So when you come to net interest income, this is the line for net interest income.
Coffee, please. We
The
can't
line for
see
net
you.
interest income. You can't see the
You
screen.
can see the GCV.
I can see it too.
Are you on the Excel sheet or the website?
He's on the Excel
Um,
sheet.
yeah, I'm on the Excel sheet. It could be your network.
Oh, okay.
I using Vodafone. Do you use Vodafone? Which network are you on?
Okay, let me
Which
see.
network are you? Oh,
Telecel,
you're on MTN.
Telecel,
Oh, you
Telecel.
see, Telecel, that's the best. It's giving me the best service. I can see that. Okay, that's just by the way. Telecel is one of the best we have in this country. So I beg you, don't go and say anything where that's mocking them. All right, so if you can see the screen, this is it. So we will start with the net interest income. That is what we have there. That is what we have. So you compare year one and year two. So year one is the previous year, beginning year. So 2021 and 2022. So as you can see, D7, cell D7, this is column D. All right, and these are the cells. When you say these are the cells, this is the row. All right, column and row. So when you're looking for cell D7, this is it. This is D7. All right, D and all right. So when computing or when you put in the values, you are getting 7%. So basically, you can say that net interest income grew by 7% from 20 to half year or second quarter 2021 to second quarter 2022, 7.08. When you do the same comparison between 2022 and 2023, you have 38.38, 5.07 in 2023 and 2024, 40.08 between 2024 and 2025. So this is the growth when it comes to the net interest income. However, I also made mention that you can compare 2021 and 2025, yes, straight up. So in that comparison, you can say that net interest income grew by 143% between second quarter 2021 to second quarter 2025. So that's what you can see there. Please, is this difficult? If it's difficult, ask a question now so that I help you out. If there's anybody here who is unable or who doesn't understand this formula, who is finding it difficult to understand, if there's anybody here who doesn't understand anything that I've said about the growth or the percentage change, kindly speak out.
Hello, Kofi.
Yes,
Please
I'm
have a
listening.
question.
Please.
Hello.
Okay, you let us talk.
Did you say second quarter 2025?
Yes, second quarter.
But I'm asking because we just began the second quarter and we are in August. So doesn't mean you are comparing just 2 months to the previous year 6 months.
Okay, let me explain. First quarter is January to March. Second quarter is April to June. So those periods, we have financial data for all of them.
Oh, okay,
And
I
the
get
third
it. I was
quarter,
thinking of half year.
no, okay, so half quarter is half.
Okay.
So first quarter, second quarter, you put the two together, it's half year. So we use those terms interchangeably.
Okay.
So when you hear somebody talking about second quarter, it means half year.
Okay. All right.
So you
Thank you.
can say, you're welcome. You can say third quarter, that is as at September. Third quarter is January to September. And the fourth quarter is December.
Hello,
So,
Kofi.
yes.
Please, I
Please
want
go
to
ahead.
assert something. The figures at the right hand side of the Excel are growth rates, right?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. So then again, that one too, you can hear maybe you will hear different ways of expressing them. So just as you said, their growth, it represents the growth of net interest income. So what is the percentage growth? What has been the performance? There are various ways to present them. So as I was saying, it grew by, then you mentioned the percentage. All right. Then you can also mention that it grew by the values. So for example, 2025 grew to 1.9 billion from 900 million in 2021, and the percentage change was, you mentioned it. All right. All right. So, any more questions on this? Please don't be shy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah. Please, can you go over the calculation again? I
Okay.
didn't get that right.
Okay. Let me go over it again. I'll wholeheartedly do it for you guys. So the calculation is that, okay, so let me use today and yesterday as an example. Okay, we want to find out the percentage change between, let's say, price. Let's say you have a book that today you ask the price, it's, let's say, 500 cedis. The book price is today. It's 500 cedis. Yesterday, when you asked the price, it was, let's say, 250 cedis. All right. You want to know the percentage change. This is too high. Let's use 450. I want to know the percentage change. What percentage has it grown between yesterday and today? So what you do is the equal to sign, your bracket. Today's price, current minus previous. You close your bracket. You divide it by the previous. Then you multiply by 100. So you can say that between yesterday and today, the price of this book has risen by 11.11%. Please, who asked the question?
I did.
Esther, right?
Annette.
Annette. Is it Esther or
Yes.
Annette? Annette.
Annette.
Okay. So I hope this example makes it clearer.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So this same approach you can use to measure inflation. You know, inflation or prices of your own goods. Okay, so we hear people talking about the prices have risen so high and inflation of, so you can see inflation for the book, you know, then you compare it to your purchasing power. That is the real worth of it. So all these things, it's a daily thing that we have to apply so that it becomes easy on our hands. Okay, so for this same scenario, the previous year you compare to the current year and so on. So for these ones are for each period by period, to get the trend. So this is the trend analysis. So after that, let me remove this sheet. Okay, let me just keep it. Then you go to insert, then choose recommended charts, and you select any of the chart that you think will apply. Then you click on OK. Once you click on OK, this chart comes out, which you can use it in your analysis. Okay, let me just, okay, which you can use, you can paste it in your analysis and use. So you use the same approach for any other or all the other sheets. Okay, so here too, I picked the total assets, total liabilities, and the total shareholders' equity. Okay, so between 2021 and 2022, this was the growth. You compare the current 2022 to the previous 2021 to get your rates. So those are the rates that we can see on the screen. So this is the statement of financial position. That is where we assess the financial health of the business. So if the business is very sick, when you pick the statement and you look at it, you can easily tell. But from what we can see, shareholders of GCB, it looks like they've gone through a roller coaster over the period, because you can see 29% growth between 2021 and 2022. Then it dips, okay, between 2022 and 2023. But there was a rebound between 2023 and 2024, and it's continuing 2024 and 2025. So it's 52.38%. Okay, so from this statement, you can easily conclude on the financial health of the business, because this is the balance sheet, this is the statement of financial position. When the liabilities are overwhelming the shareholders' equity, then you can say shareholders are not happy with the business. Okay, then the next sheet is the cash flow statement. The next sheet is the cash flow statement, where the cash available to the institution, we can tell at that very point in time. So as at half year 2025, this was the cash flow position of GCB. So the cash and cash equivalent stands at 12.2 billion. Okay, so normally we use the net cash from operating activities to show the real cash potential of the business. So the net cash from operating activities, and normally that is what we use in our analysis. 832. Normally that is what we use in analysis, net cash from operating activities. Because for financial analysts, we want to know the real cash. We are interested in the real cash. If you go to the income statement, most of the items or most of the stuff you see here are not real cash, but the cash flow is the real cash of the business. So it is this real cash that we project. We project the cash and we discount it to today, to divide it by the shareholders' equity to know the intrinsic value per share. Okay, so these are the trends. So from the analysis, you are supposed to do a trend analysis, and this is simply how to go about it. Very simple. Please, any questions up to this point? Any questions up to this point? Harry Enim Ado. Annette, do you have any question? Annette Owusu.
No, please.
You don't have any?
I have a question.
Okay, Mills. Right.
Please, I want to ask that in your income statement,
Okay.
you use some key indicators for the calculation. Is it a must to always use such key indicators when doing calculation, like the net interest income, operating income, and then profit and loss? Is it a key indicator to use when doing calculation?
I'll say yes and no. Okay, so no, because it depends on the analyst. So you, the analyst, you decide which one of them to use. However, yes, because these are very crucial portions of the income statement. So for every bank, net interest income is very, very important when it comes to their operations. The operating income too is very key. All right, and we all know profit for the year. All right, so if the company is making profits, it's good news for the industry or for the bank. So these three, I think for now, we can be using them. However, for the analysts, you can decide to use any portion of it, but the good thing is that it has to make sense. Okay, it has to make a lot of sense.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, Mel's. Any more questions?
Please, I have a question.
Please go ahead and ask.
So we're talking about the income statement. So with the income statement, we focus on three main things. That's the net interest income, operating income, profit or loss for the year. That's for the income statement. So when it comes
Yes.
to the balance sheet, I want to ask what things should we focus on at the balance sheet and what should we also focus on the cash flows?
Oh, you see, as I said, it's not about focusing. It's not about
Okay.
focusing, but they are recommendations that you can use. So for every person that wants to invest in a business, they would want to know how shareholders or existing shareholders are faring. So for the balance sheet, they can decide to just settle on the shareholders' equity. You understand? So shareholders' equity speaks to what the shareholders are holding on to at the current point in time. So for this, I chose to use total assets, liabilities, and shareholders' equity. You can take out the liabilities. All right, liabilities also are key when it comes to banks, for example, because liabilities, we can see the deposits from banks, deposits from customers, the borrowings. These are key factors in running a bank. So an analyst will decide to analyze the deposits from customers to see how the trend has been like. So from 8 to 10 billion to 12 billion to 14, 18, 26, it is correct indicating factor that customers still have faith in the business. So deposit from customers can be used as one of the factors that when you are analyzing the business. But I decide, it is the analyst's point of view. You decide what to use. Okay, so instead of total liabilities, you can just settle on deposits from customers, which is also a key factor to consider when you're analyzing the performance of banks. So let's be open-minded when selecting these things. You just have to.
Deposits are part of a bank's liability, or
Yes, they are. You want to ask a question?
Yes,
yeah,
why are deposit bank's liability?
It's a liability because it doesn't belong to them. They have to pay back. And they are very good liabilities. Because they are good liabilities because when they grow, the banks still have enough money to give out as loans. Is it clear?
Okay. Yes, please. Thank you.
So it's very straightforward as that. So once the deposits grow, that means there's enough cash to give out as loans, which even the loans are recorded as assets. So you see them here, loans and advances to customers. You see the way it is. So you can calculate the ratio of the loans to the deposits. Loans to deposits. So what percentage of the loans are or is the bank using to give out? What percentage of the deposits is the bank using to give out as loans? So at the end of the period, there was a deposit of 34 billion. The bank used 10 billion as loans. So if the loans are all very good loans, I can assure you that the bank is making a lot of money, right? Because the loans percentages and rates compared to what the banks pay as interest on the deposits, they are very wide. So the banks enjoy it when there's a lot of deposits, and they're able to give out loans at high rates. That is why it is never advisable to be keeping your money in your bank account, because they'll rip you off. Okay. But if you want a loan, you have to cultivate a very good relationship with your bank. Have a very good relationship, have a lot of deposits, have a running account over a long period of time. Then you can go for a loan at a very good rate. Okay. All right. So I think basically
Yeah, hello, Obi.
yes, go ahead.
Yeah, so per what you are saying it, so it means that in terms of the analysis, we it has to be industry specific or company specific. We can't use that of the banks for, let's say, the oil and gas or something. We have to use our own professional judgments to be doing the analysis. I don't know if that's clear.
Yes, you don't use the same ruler to measure all of them. So for banks, there are specifics that you can use. So like I've mentioned here, for manufacturing firms, they are different. For communication like MTN, they are different. All right. And even with the valuation, there's a sheet that I'm going to share with you, which stipulates which institution, which bank you should apply the valuation model. Some FCFF, free cash flow to the firm, is used to value the whole institution or the whole company, including debt and equity. So if you are valuing a firm that is a private equity, we say that it is right, or it is recommended that you use the free cash flow to the firm. All right. When you are valuing banks, it is recommended that you use the residual income model, RIM, that focuses on the earnings of the business, the earnings of the business. So with that model, you can get the value of the business, and it can make sense. Okay. For institutions that do not have regular, that have regular dividend payments like MTN, we use the dividend discount model. That's a DDM. Okay, so for that one, you have regular dividend payments period. You can use that model to get the value of the business as it is running down. We use the FCFE, free cash flow to equity, to also value businesses that do not have regular dividend payments and stuff like that. So the analysis, you have to know when to use what. You don't use one as a model for all of them. Okay, so I think that's the answer. As we progress, this session may be a bit basic. We don't want to go too deep. We want to give you all of you the tool, so that when you are using it, you are confident with it. The RIM, some of the models will not go deep. I'll just give you the Excel model or the tool to use. All right. Some of them will go deep, go step by step to get the discounting factor and all the cost of equity, the beta, and all those. All right, we'll go step by step so that we're able to catch all those things. So we've just begun. The first step is the trend analysis. The trend analysis, I'm expecting that by this time, all of you are able to do it. I'm expecting that no one is left behind when it comes to trend analysis. We call this one also growth analysis. Growth analysis. Because the growth analysis will tell how these indicators are going up or they're coming down. It also shows, it throws a picture of how the company is performing. Are there any questions? Then we proceed.
Please, I want to ask a question.
Please go ahead.
So if I want to take maybe a Standard Chartered Bank and I want to analyze on it, I have to go to the site to get to their annual report, come and input them in Excel, then I begin from there. Is that right?
Benji Dickey, is that your name?
Yes, please.
Oh, you just joined today, right?
No, I joined yesterday.
But it was late. You joined late.
Yeah. Yes. So
Yeah.
I asked the question, and I was informed that we go to the two sites we're giving the annual reports, and the other one actually
Yeah.
gets the information there. But I
Yes.
want to ask, when I'm importing it to Excel, you realize that I have to actually, do I have to manually input the figures and everything there, or there's a way to actually import that to Excel straight away?
Hey, Charlie, this question is coming every time. You guys, easy. All right, so let me go ahead and answer you, Benji. I've mentioned that the data collection is the most difficult part when it comes to analysis. It's the most difficult part. I wish we could. I wish we could just go somewhere and get the Excel so that we can go ahead with our analysis. But let's look at this. Let me just go to, I don't want ADB. Let me just go to GCB again. Okay. You see this sheet? This sheet, let's try to convert to Excel and see how it works. So you can visit PDF to Excel. You can all see the screen, right?
Yes, we can.
Let me download this into my downloads. Good morning. You select the file. Okay. Then we try to convert. Say convert to Excel. I click on it. Start the same. So your PDF has been converted to a editable spreadsheet. All right. You enter it. Open that sheet. Okay, so you have this thing here. Okay, so this one has worked perfectly. Okay. So we can use this. This has worked. Some of them, they don't work. Hello, who asked the question?
Yes, I was the one who asked the question.
So don't mute. Let's interact.
Okay.
So, so this has worked perfectly.
I'm surprised it worked because I've been trying since yesterday. It wasn't working.
So it has worked. Some of them, they don't work. So if it works for you, fine. If it doesn't work, take your time and pick the data 1111.
Yes, sir.
Because if you get the data wrong, you get all your analysis wrong. If it doesn't work, you just copy and go and paste. Copy and go and paste one. But if it works for you, hallelujah. All right. I'm even happy that this has worked. Me myself, I'm surprised. So we all use it. Okay. All right. So I hope I've answered your question.
Thank you. Yes, please. Thank you very
much. So the website, the other plenty, you just put in the right prompts to get. So I just type PDF to Excel, and I clicked on the second one. I love PDF. Convert PDF to Excel, and it's worked. Okay.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
All right. Any more questions?
Yeah, hello.
Yes.
Yeah, so this one is quite personal to me. If you want to do what's it called? A comparative analysis, right? With the company and that of the industry you are in, to see whether you are maybe outperforming the industry or something like that. Is it possible you can do that and you can get the data for that?
So you have to do your own analysis. Industry averages Sometimes you go to the BOG website, you can get them. But this work, let's try it and see. BOG. We're all trying because I want all of you to relate to what we are doing. Normally, it's a lot of work to do, but if you are working on, let's say, a bank that is listed on the Ghana Stock Exchange, if you compare it to other banks that are not listed, it may not be, you may not be comparing. So for me personally, let me take it this way. For me personally, I prefer to compare averages of listed banks if I'm working with a bank that is listed. All right, so listed banks performance. You can do the entire banking industry average and compare the bank that you are working on with it. It is fine, it is perfect. But because we don't have the data available at the time, you can compare it with the listed bank averages, which is also workable. So let's see where we can get. I don't even know where to get this information. So, okay, so bank not coin monetary policy, economic data. Let's check this downloads and see whether I have. Okay, so there's nothing there. Resolution. I wish we can get this economic data. Let's try the site and see. Any of you can look for it and come and guide us. All right, when it comes to data regarding the industry and all that. But for companies like MTN, I'm not sure it will be easy to get information on the telecell, and the other. I don't know whether it will be easy to get so that you can do your industry analysis. Anyways, MTN is performing way above their competitors. Okay, I'm trying to see whether we'll get information on telecell financial statement. So they don't have it. Okay, let's see business. See whether we can get their financial information. Supports telecell mobile management. So all that we are seeing here is about their products and how things are done. So let's say explore. Let's try here. See. So for MTN, you just pick the company and analyze it. There's no need to do any industry comparison. Okay. For the banks, well, the banks are many, but if you're not able to get the entire banking industry averages, you can just rely on the listed banks because the data are available for listed banks. Okay. Any other company that you choose, try and get some industry data. But if you don't get it, you can just speak to the company itself. All right. Any more questions? Any more questions? Okay,
Yeah.
so okay, go
Hello.
ahead. Yes.
Please, good morning. Please, when you were talking about asset liabilities and equities. Please, some of us are new to those terms, so can you please help us understand those terms as well? Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for the question. Somebody's mic, let me see. Oh. Emmanuel, please mute. Emmanuel Wule. Thank you very much. All right, so assets. When you're talking about assets, they are okay. So let me just give you some easy way to define all these things. Some of these things, I would want all of us to make the conscious effort that even if we don't understand, we'll go the extra mile. All right, I'm going to use artificial intelligence to help us understand some of these things. All right, and I'll try and give you the right prompt so that going forward, in case we don't understand anything, we just use what we have. So for me, I'm a heavy user, I mentioned the last time, of AI. So I use this, I use this, I use this, I use this. Any of them, it works for me. Okay, so let me just select any of them. I like using the Chinese products. So the question I'm going to ask is, in financial statement analysis, what can you or define, let's say define assets? So the next thing is, I am not a finance person. Explain to me as a lay person. You see the prompt I'm giving? So you just enter. Or this is too long for me. In not more
Good.
than 50 words. So this is it. Who has the question, please?
Please, I'm the one.
The name is
Safwa Jamai.
Safo. So you can see what I'm doing here, right?
Yes, please.
So is
Yes,
it
please.
assets are things a company owns that have value and can help earn money? Examples include cash buildings and so on. They are listed in the balance sheet, as you saw, and show what the company would use debt to pay debts or grow. All right. So if you still don't understand this, you can say, I still do not understand. So to give you more examples. All right. So let's use self-learning tools to help us understand all that we are doing. I am here to help. I keep saying that don't give everything to AI. You get it wrong. All right. When me myself in this office, I am doing some work. I use the AI. However, I ensure sometimes I use more than a week to go through work that AI has produced. Yes, more than a week. And in going through, I find errors every time. But some of these basic explain to me, do this for me, this one's there, it can easily be done. Okay, so your question, assets are stuff that the company owns. So these assets are what the company owns. So you can see property and equipment, cash and cash equivalents that is available to the business, non-pledged trading assets, investments, loans. So when they give out loans, it means the money belongs to the bank. Once I have given you the loan, that money, it belongs to me still because you are paying interest on it. Okay, advances to banks. Advances, they are also termed as loans. So monies that has been given to other banks to work with. Investment securities. So it can be bonds, it can be stocks, it could be securities or investments. All right. Investment in associates, associate institutions of the institution. Okay, investment in subsidiaries. UCB has a lot of subsidiaries, so they make investment in those subsidiaries. So subsidiaries, let's say department, okay, of the bank. Deferred tax assets, taxes that haven't been paid, so that have been deferred. So those ones are termed as cash or monies that are still belongs to the business. So all these things are the assets of the business. So liabilities, when you move to liabilities, they are the items that have to be paid, that is owed. So let's say a loan, a loan. Okay, so when depositors deposit money with the bank. The money doesn't belong to the bank. The bank has to pay back. So it's a liability to the bank. It is not owned by the bank. So once the money hits or these deposits to customers keep growing, it shows that the bank has an obligation to pay all these monies back. So the bank has to work with these inflows in order to get more income on them, to pay their staff, to pay for expansion, all the things that they want to do. So these monies, they have to work with it judiciously so that they can able to pay back. We have borrowings, we have tax liabilities. Yes, so for liabilities, there are items that the institutions have to be paid back. It could be in a short period of time, it could be a longer period. All right, when it comes to equity, equity is what is owned by the business. What is owned by the business. So we have shareholder equity. All the items here is owned by the shareholders. So stated capital, these are the values that are listed or pledged with the Bank of Ghana. They are made available at the Bank of Ghana so that in case of any financial fluctuations, volatility, the bank can fall on it. Okay, so this is 500 million Ghana cedis. They sit with the Bank of Ghana. All the banks, I think it's 400 million for all the banks, but ECB decides to do 500 million to give it more buffer. Retained earnings that are still in the bank. So you can see that for GCB, even the retained earnings has been rising. Okay, so from 500 million to 900 to 1.1 billion, 1.7, 1 billion, 1.9 to 3.4. GCB is a solid institution. It's a very, very profitable, strong institution. So, and the statutory reserve also with the BOG, there's a reserve that they also keep. So all these indicators show that the bank is a strong institution. So shareholders' equity or the equity is what belongs to shareholders after the assets and liabilities have been netted off. The assets and liabilities have been netted off. So if you take total assets minus total liabilities, what we get should be that what is left for shareholders. Okay. Okay, so that is it. I hope I've answered your question.
Sir, please, thank you very much.
So you can get in touch with me so that what course do you read?
Please, I'm doing electrical engineering.
Oh, okay. All right. So you can message me. Yesterday I left my number on here, so you can message me so that I help you. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank
Well,
you.
the GSC for the finance, business and finance people, this is their field. This is their field. Yeah. So for the rest of us, these are the people that the GSC, the SEC, and all the regulators are looking out for. So I mentioned the last time that a student who was reading herbal medicine was able to craft her own stock pitch document, which made a lot of sense. Right? And even the projections that she made at the time are what happened in the market. So we are looking out for people like Safwa Jaman and the GSC MD2. She's a woman. She wants a lot of women to participate. Right? Yes, gender equality. Yeah, these are parts or some of it. We give the women the opportunity all through our life in this country. So we want a lot of the women to also participate. Esther Kwe and Ko, Lifa and all of you. All right. So you shouldn't just end around this point of training. Let us continue. If you have questions, contact me privately. I can help you. All right. So Esther, your hand is up.
Kofi, please, with the industry analysis, is it possible to compare a listed company to a non-listed firm. Like, let me take the telecommunications industry. See, MTN is listed, but Airtel, Tigo, and then Telecel are not. So I want to know how I going to go by the industry analysis since those ones are not listed.
Okay, so for those companies, even coming by their data is something else. You see, I went to Telecel, their website, to see whether we can get something. There's nothing. There's nothing about their financials. You understand? Let's see which other one again. Telecel. There's one other one. Esther, please don't mute. Let's finish interacting before.
Airtel, Tigo.
Airtel, Tigo.
Yeah.
Tigo. Let's see. So this is our website. I've never been here before. So let's see whether we can get the final. This is voice data, value added services, international. Okay, let's see about us, whether we can get some information here. Brief profile, vision, management. You see, I don't know how easy we can get the financial statements from these institutions. It would have been.
It's not listed on the Ghana Stock Exchange. That's why the financials are not there.
Well, you see, let me pick the banks. You see, some of the banks are not listed, like ABSA. But ABSA releases its financials very regularly. There's no time that ABSA has reached. I can say that it boils down to the regulatory institution in the sector. So Bank of Ghana has made it a rule that these financials have to be out. The NCA, I don't know their structure, I don't know what the requirements are, but this data is not there. Okay, meanwhile, to their customers, they have customers, so they are entitled to be seeing some of these things. Okay, so for institutions that do not have, you don't have the data. I mean, if the company is not listed, you may not get the right indicators to make the comparison. Okay, but if you have the data, you can go ahead and do the comparisons, because items like income, the asset, like those things, they cut across.
Okay.
Okay, so you can do.
I wanted to ask one more question. So, in a case whereby taking the oil industry, for instance, I think it's just about 2 or 3 oil companies that are listed.
Yes.
Would you advise anybody to do industry analysis on just those 2 available?
Hello, Dennis, can you mute? Dennis, please mute. Okay, Esther, please come again.
Yeah, so I was asking that taking the oil industry, for instance, it's just about 2 or 3 companies that are listed.
Yeah.
So if someone wants to do an analysis on the oil industry, would you advise the person to go by the just 2 or 3 companies on the stock exchange, or take the whole oil industry into consideration?
So I don't think you need to stress yourself with all of them. So let's go to another one. Let's pick Star Oil. Let's pick Star Oil. So Star Oil is one of the top oil marketing companies in the country. So let's see whether we can get Star Oil Ghana. Let's see whether we can get something on there. Star Oil official website. Then don't worry yourself with looking for all this information. You can just limit yourself to the ones that are listed on the market. So you can get Gold, get Total, and they are just 2, right? When it comes to oil marketing, the OMC. Okay, no, I mean Tallow cannot be compared in that sense. So you just Gold and Total. So you can do a comparative analysis between the 2 and decide, make a recommendation of which one that you think shareholders should buy. I did the same comparison some years ago. It was very interesting. So you can pick that one too. So comparison between Gold versus Total. Let me see whether that's still on Gold versus Total.
Please, why can't we add tallow oil to it? Any reason?
Tallow oil, the amount of business is different.
Oh,
I
different
think,
in what way?
but we know what gold.
They are upstream.
Okay, very good. You see, there's even an expert here. So I beg you, go ahead and explain to her.
So we have the upstream, downstream, and then the midstream. So the tallow oils, and yes, they are the ones that explore the oils, right? And then the oil marketing companies are the ones who sell. They are the downstream. So like Allied, Gold, Total, Star Oil, Zen, and Co. They are the downstream, right? They are the OMCs. And then the likes of the tallow, what have you? Yes, they are the, what's it called? The upstream. So you can't compare an upstream to downstream. I think that's it.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. So this was the article I was talking about. I think this is from 2019. So Goa versus Total, which has the happier shareholders. So I did a comparative analysis between the two. I don't remember whether I concluded on which one they should buy, but it was quite an interesting topic I picked. Okay, and there's a video. There's a video too on it on the Young Investor website, no, the YouTube channel. Okay, so it's something that you can look at. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Any more questions? It's 8:30, 8:40.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Please, I want to ask that using the trend, how do you analyze companies with groups or banks and groups as a GCBU open?
Okay, so
Yes.
you see, all right. So the institutions for a bank like GCB is the bank that is listed. They have subsidiary, they have associates that they work with. So you have to analyze the bank. For GOIL PLC, all right, they have Go Energy and other subsidiaries or other associated institutions that may not be listed. So you analyze the company itself. For MTN, you analyze the group because MTN has mobile money, those subsidiaries, and they all adapt to the profitability of the business, and that's what we are seeing in the market. So you analyze the group. You have to find out which is listed. Okay, so for Republic Bank, you analyze Republic Bank, not the group. It's case by case. So you have to be careful which one you analyze so that you come out with the right values. Please, am I clear? Yeah.
Yeah. My second question is, I visit the website where the annual report Ghana.
Yes.
But it seems we only have one quarter, but due to your analysis, you have various quarters like from 2019 to 2025. How can we get various quarter or half years of this year by year?
Okay. I think my PC is frozen. Let me see. I'm going to take you through it. So hold on a little. Let's see. Okay. Let me share the screen again. All right. So when you come to the website, this is a website, right, of annual report Ghana. So when you click here, the interim report half year, 6 months. When you click on it, you get this report. It's just for two years, 2024, 2025. It means you have to go back to it and look out for, you have 2024, 2025. So you have to look out for 2023. 2023 half year. This is half year 2023. When you click on it, you can get the previous years, 2022. So take your time, go through this website. Just scroll down, you get all the information. Is it clear?
Yes, please. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any more questions? All right, 2, 3, 1. All right, so thank you very much.
Hello.
Guys, hi.
Yeah, please, good morning and thank you for the section today. So my question is about, you just said that when you are analyzing a company, you should check whether you are analyzing the group or the company. But when you check on the stock market, there is ETI, that's EcoBank Trust, is it EcoBank Transaction Incorporates, and then EcoBank in itself. And when you check the ETI, there is EcoBank. That means ETI is a parent of EcoBank, and EcoBank too has its value on the stock market, and ETI has a different value on the stock market. So I want to know why those two have a different values, as EcoBank is as a subset or something of ETI, and then why they have two different values, and why don't they move together as a company?
Okay, so EcoBank Ghana is the one that has the bigger value on the market. So if you can check EcoBank Ghana, I think the share price around 9 cedis or so.
Yes.
It's around 9 cedis. And we have EcoBank Transnational Incorporated.
Yes, yes.
EcoBank Transnational Incorporated, which is the parent. No, yeah, the website. It's not this one. All right, let's click here. My reports. Let's click here and see. All right, so for institutions, let me take MTN as an example again. So MTN in the next 3 to 5 years, they are going to list Momo separately. All right, and the communications also be listed separately. Even though we knew all of them to be the same institution, right? Please don't mute. We are having a discussion.
Yes.
So ETI, as you can see, is the mother of EcoBank. So EcoBank Ghana is a subset.
Yes.
So it is listed separately. We value it separately, and the activities, we look at it with a different spectacle. EcoBank Ghana is the one that is listed as in the one that is in the country Ghana, that is operating in Ghana. So we look at the operations and the evaluations differently as it pertains to the country. But ETI is a broader one. Okay. But you can see that even the EcoBank Ghana is managed more efficiently. As we can see in the analysis, they are managed more efficiently than ETI across the continent. Recently, ETI, they announced a certain dividend, which, so they didn't announce, it was an expectation in the market that they were going to pay dividend. So the share price started to rise so high. I think it rose by about 170%. And when it was announced that the dividend was not going to be paid, the price stalled.
Yeah.
So the behavior of ETI is different, and EcoBank Ghana too is different. So there are two separate institutions when you are looking at it from the stock market.
Okay. Yeah. But I was thinking that since EcoBank is a subset or a child of ETI, some of their returns might go to ETI so that their sheets will be profitable.
So you can say that because ETI is the broader institution, putting only EcoBank Ghana may not be enough.
Oh, okay.
To enhance the profitability or how the operations of the whole ETI.
Okay.
So yeah, it's possible that EcoBank South Africa, EcoBank somewhere, they are not performing so well. It's a whole lot. Those dynamics haven't really gone into their financials of ETI. So any of you can pick it up so that we can look at it. But Ecobank Ghana, I can speak for a fact, or can say for a fact that is one of the top performing institutions in this country compared to GCB. I think they are the top. They are the top institutions that are rivals when it comes to asset growth. For Ecobank Ghana, I have done analysis on that, so I can speak to it. But for ETI, I have little information, so I may not have all the information to talk about.
Kofi.
Hi.
Yeah, I think with the guys, with Kobe's question, it will not be it's not possible that they will move cash to the other because of the way the interrelated party transactions are being, they are more strict when it comes to interrelated party transactions.
Okay.
So, because of how they regulate that thing, you can't as a subsidiary, you can't move your cash to here. Yeah, you deal it separately.
Okay.
So I think it's possible that they can list the two. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. That's Eben, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Eben, thanks very much. Abdul.
Boss, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, boss. Thank you for your insight. My question has to do with the grouping. On the first day, you mentioned that we need to be grouped into three people so that maybe during presentations, one of us can present our work. So I don't know whether you have already done the. What are you the one who is going to group us, or maybe we'll do the grouping ourselves? That is what I want to know.
Okay. So regarding that, I think you want us to do it for you. I don't think it's right. I think you guys should do your own groups. But some of you want to do it alone, and we don't want to force you into groups that you are not happy with. So do your own groupings. You can contact any of the guys, Eben, Esther, Bifa. You can contact them and see if they are interested and form the group. Okay, but you can also do it alone. And it is not compulsory that one person should do the presentation. The presentation can be done by each of the three. So one starts, one does, maybe one will start and talk about the company overview and zoom into the industry analysis. Another person will do the trend analysis. Another one will do the valuation and the recommendation. You understand? So just try and have a blend of everybody with these strengths, so that it can help. So for the groupings there, we don't want to, I don't know, what do you think? I have to discuss with my boss and see how we can go about it. But I think you guys should come up with something yourselves. Abdul.
Yeah, okay, boss. I heard you.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right. So let me end by going through the websites that we shared. So we have the AFX YEC, where you can have details of all the banks listed. Annual report Ghana is also here. You pick the company that you want to analyze, and then you pick the data. So apparently we're able to convert this sheet into Excel using the PDF to Excel. There's a website for it. I chose this. This one too. I'm sure it works. So there's a lot of online help. Convert, I love PDF. This is what I used. So you can convert to Excel and easily pick your data. If the Excel is not able to, if it's not able to be converted to Excel, then you have to pick it one by one. Okay, one by one. Then we have the Young Investor Calculator. All right. This is the interface. And I mentioned that if you want to master Python, you click here, and you have the experience. You can contact me on this one so that we can help you learn how to do coding in Python. So with the Young Investor Calculator, all the calculators are here, everything, but I'll guide you through the ones that you need for the stock pitch. That is after we have done the manual work of the Excel and understanding everything. So the target price, I mentioned that you can get a target price. I don't know whether I went through yesterday. Let me just pick some data so that we know. Okay, so current earnings per share, expected annual growth rate. I'll guide you how to come by the annual growth rate. Current PE ratio, that one is gotten, we get it from the balance sheet. You click and you know the estimate of the price in 1 year, the estimate of the price in 2 years. These are very easy and they work. That is what I used in my analysis that I showed you guys yesterday. So I mentioned that banks too are valued differently. So the formula for residual income is what you can see on the screen. It explains all the items. So where RID is the residual income, BV is the book value, R is the cost of equity. In case there's a guide to it, how to use the calculator. It's a step-by-step guide. I'll also guide you myself. Some of the items you need to pick. There's a beta calculator, how to go about beta. The Excel I shared with you yesterday has a beta calculator or beta formula in it. So I'll guide you how to go about all of those things. Okay. So there's a whole lot that we can learn. Let us keep joining the link, or we have to share. Let's share it with people. Let's share with our friends. Okay, so that we help each other. It's good to have a well-informed youth about finance. Thank you very much. We'll meet again tomorrow.
Please, if you can mention your number real quick so that some of us can calculate.
Okay, so 024420 0244208667. You have it?
Come again.
0244208667. This is it on the screen. Can you see it on the screen? Is it on the screen? Can you see it? Okay, that's it. Mills has typed it out. So 0244208667. Okay, so we meet again tomorrow. So Saturday
thank you.
Saturday to have another session to summarize all that we have learned. Saturday, I'm suspecting it to be 7 p.m. but the time will be communicated. So Saturday we'll go through all that we have learned. Okay. Thank you for joining. We meet again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Bye.